yeah, I don't think the spirit of Poppy is going to save us from this chapter. So hey everyone, Luke here, and yeah, welcome back to the Mission Yozakura chapters. Yeah, let's oh my, I don't have a drink to get through this chapter, but my god, this chapter, you thought the last chapter was insane and dark. This one takes the cake, like seriously. Red, Control Chaos is red. You have got to get on Mission Yosakura now if you want something dark and twisted. This is it with this chapter. But yeah, this will be chapter 129, titled "Let's Be a Family Again." No, let's not be a family again. Not with Momo. Momo being one of those characters you do not want to meet in a dark alleyway. Like he might possibly take Shell Tucker's spot as worst parent ever, and we all know about Shell Tucker. He has reached meme status. Like Momo might possibly reach meme status if the anime gets announced. But anyway, let's just dive right into this chapter before I completely lose my mind. So we start off with another colour page, the second colour page, and yeah, pretty nice one of just the family, including going on a little family walk. Except for the fact that in the Japanese version you have Koichiro there as well, whereas in the English version of the colour page, he's sort of like hiding behind, he's sort of like being abandoned and hidden behind the tree behind the wine in family. So I found that completely hilarious, especially with other people who are fans of Koichiro being like, why did you actually cut him out? To see that was hilarious on Twitter. But anyway, continuing on, we have continuing on from the end of the last chapter, we have Tayu protecting Mutsumi, and Momo is just quivering, possibly with excitement or just frustration, depending on what kind of mood he's having in. And he's like a husband who protects the family head. That is so beautiful as he's still crying, but with Momo you can't actually tell what he's actually thinking right now, whether or not he's truly delighted by this or whether or not it's just like one level of psyche mental twisted, which by the way, even though I'm like getting creeped out by Momo, he's actually gone up there as like one of the best written villains at this point in Shonen Jump at the moment, because really, who else do we have? We have Dopo from Ayashimon, we have the Mononoke from Doron, we have Shigaraki from My Hero One for All, like, and Kaido. Yeah, so yeah, Momo might actually be getting up there in level for me, as he continues on by saying like, I don't know what kind of voice to give Momo in this situation, like, you two remind me of Ri and myself. We would often go on walks with me as her bodyguard. Do you two go on walks together with Goliath? Like, oh my god, like Momo, just the sheer level of intensity in his words, even though it's being played, it's like, oh my, like, you guys just have to read the chapter for yourself. But continuing on, he says Goliath and him would often have sumo matches that ended with him being dunked in the lake. And on the way home, we'd go shopping for clothes at Galmore. And though Ree's fashion sense was a bit eccentric for him. Okay, I cannot take Momo seriously when he's dressed like that. Like seriously, that kind of puts him down a little bit, but what he does in these last two chances more than makes up for it. As he continues to completely manipulate Mutsumi by comparing him to Tayo, basically. That's basically the vibe that Mo's trying to get off here. Like, oh, Tayo's not so much different from me, meaning that, oh my god, don't tell me that's foreshadowing with what no, do not go there. Like, where is it? Where is it? Godari Sensei, do not go there if you think if I think what you're thinking of going. Like, do not go there. I think people can see what I'm trying to get at here with with what I'm saying here. Yeah, don't do that to Tayo and Mutsumi. Momo continues saying, I treasure those moments as painful as it is that, and Tayo just at that moment is just like, stop it, you are hurting Mutsumi. As we get stare into the face of nightmare fuel for a week. Yeah. God, that image. What the, like, oh my word. So, yeah, continuing on from that, got not much to say about that, but Tayo continues on and says that he doesn't know much about Momo, but he started to understand him wanting to get the family back. But if that was the correct answer, he's saying everyone here would be more thrilled about it, because they are not thrilled. Like, they are not thrilled about that. Momo has just been manipulating them. He abandoned the family to go and join the enemy group, and now he's trying to say that let's get all back together on a pile of corpses, like a big happy family. Yeah, after that it's like, yeah, you are not getting back with this family. And also to address Pie Jam's comment in the from what I put on my last stream, which we will go more into detail about this when we eventually do our stream, like not on the last stream, on the last video that I made, on the last review, but we'll go into more detail when we do our live stream at some point during the week. But yeah, to address his comments, yeah, at this point, Pie Jams, no, Momo is not going to get a redemption arc, not after this chapter. Like, if he did that, I'll be like, what the heck? Like, just keep him as, like, the sadistic, twisted, evil father that he is. Okay, continuing on, Tayo says, yeah, if they were thrilled to have you back, they wouldn't be hurting as much as they are right now, so you've got to stop it. And Koichiro steps forward and says, enough, father. Our parents are dead and there's no home for you to return to. So yeah, like I said, you know you've got a good sadistic villain on your side when Koichiro, who is basically like, it was basically like a combination of Illumi and, I can't say a combination of Isoko. You know what, screw it, I'm going to say it. Like, he's a combination of Illumi and Isoko from Huntons that, like, Illumi and Gouge. That's a better comparison. Like, he's a combination of Illumi and Gouge from Black Clover. Like, when you have a character like that who is sick to his stomach by what his father's been doing, you know that you've got a great villain on your hand. When you can be like, yeah, even this guy who is like a complete scumbag at times, like, even he has limits. So it's nice that we've got this little bit of character development from Koichiro himself. Like, even he has limits. So continuing on, we get what most people think is the most freakiest part of the chapter. Although that image of Momo on the "You're Hurting Mutsumi" panel, I'd say that is a little bit more freaky. I don't know if Vex will ever watch this, but yeah, I'd say that. But yeah, this is my god. This is actually a close second where we have Momo just like scraping at his face so badly that it seems like blood is coming out of him. Like, it might not be blood, it might just be the black Somian, kind of similar to what was going on with Koichiro in the last few chapters. But yeah, it does seem like it's kind of confusing because it's black and white, so you can't really tell. But it would be pretty freaky if he was scratching so hard that there was blood coming out of him. As he goes, why do you refuse to understand? Gee, I have no idea, Momo. Maybe it's because you have the control devil eyes. Like, seriously, if you go back and look at his back, he's got the spirals, like, yeah, like marking behind. It's like, when you have, like, eyes like that, yeah, people are not going to be able to understand you or get what you're getting at here. Even if they do understand it, yeah, they're not gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna accept you when you have eyes like that, Momo. Also, as well, the fact that Momo was so freaky in this chapter, it caused me to have my hat on the other way around, so I've just turned it round during the cut there, guys. But yeah, so yeah, as Momo is just doing like scraping at his face, you see all the reactions from the Yozakura siblings, and they're all just as like disturbed and disgusted by what they're actually seeing. They'll probably see like the very definition of hell itself right in front of them, as Momo says, all this time I've suffered from this guilt. This whole time my heart has only been beating for your sake, and yet you children are bound to the past. No, you are bound to the past, Momo. Don't be saying they're bound to. You're the one who's bound to the past, because you're the one who's trying to resurrect your dead wife through some sadistic means. So you have no right to say. You have no right to. God, this chapter is just getting me so worked up. But yeah, this is okay. This is once in a blue moon. Actually, I think there was a full moon tonight. Anyway, but anyway, besides the point, once in a blue moon, you get chapters that like get me this emotionally invested, and get me as hyped for what's coming next. Even though I feel like what's going to come after this is probably going to be like some wind down chapters, because this seems to be like the climax of the arc of the rescuing Creature arc, and also setting up the next big story thread, which, like I've been saying to other people, based on what Momo says in this chapter, it might be a possibility that Ri is going to be the big bad of the series, wanting to take out the Yozakura family that Kiricho mentioned a few chapters ago. Although it might be someone completely unrelated to the Yozakura family. We just don't know yet. I mean, there's been rumors of sort of like America getting involved because of that fan chapter that people sent in the fan out. So maybe that might come into play. Kai is certainly a possibility. Like, we might have Momo being a big bad for a while, then Kai, and then Ri taking on Subumi's role and having roots, pun intended, all throughout the world. That's my theory on what might actually happen. But continuing on, yeah, he says, prisoners of your own hatred. Like I said, Momo, can you really blame them? Where's your positive attitude? Where's your mercy, your forgiveness? It's like you've forgotten all of these things. No, they haven't forgotten it. You've just been a completely sadistic, twisted father, Momo. Stop trying to justify your actions and try to make them sound like hypocrites, because they are not. He goes on and says, so it be. Truly, I didn't want to do this, but I'm sorry. This is all for the hope that you'll grow and mature properly. They have grown and matured properly. You're the one who's acting like a spoiled brat here. And he says, bad boys and girls must be punished by their father. And yeah, you get like the sinister, creepy eyes by Mo, which is just freaking out Tayo and Mutsumi so badly that Momo tries to go and attack them, but everybody is just on standby here. But for some reason, Momo can't even get the motion to actually attack them, and this is confusing Tayo, because it's like his hand's going like that, but then it sort of like has a mind of its own, and Tayo's like, what is going on here? And oh my god, I forgot about this panel until I actually open it again. He puts his mouth in his hand and just bites on it so hard that it's like blood just splatters everywhere, or it might just be his saliva as he goes, no, calm down, you love them, right? Forgive their immaturity. It's too soon. And he says, it's fine, I'm fine, no need to be hasty. But the way he says it is like he has another mind in him, so it's like another mind is saying to him like, no, enough, calm down, you love them, right? Forgive them their immaturity, it's too soon. So yeah, it seems like that might actually be either Sabumi or Ri speaking to him, or possibly Kai. Like, we just don't know if this is actually legitimately someone else, or if it's just like a split personality going on with Momo here. So that's left up to debate, and it will be a topic that will be interesting to discuss with party jams when we do our live stream. So continuing on, Momo says, "Love and hate are two sides of the same coin. I know they actually love me." Yeah, right, Momo. So he questions that, "Why don't I step away for now? I've endured this already for so long. I'm more than used to waiting. I know someday you'll all come to accept me and forgive me. And when that day comes, we can be a family again." And of course, because of that panel of him spreading out his hands like, "We can be a family again," the memes have been coming in, like the memes about Momo being like a reincarnation of Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, when Eren was doing like the freedom pose, like Momo's doing like the family pose, but it's more like he's like, let's hug everyone and be happy, as he has like, yeah, let me have a look at that panel again. Come on, panel. Yeah, I think it is actually blood on him. I think that is seriously blood on his face, and not the Simonian, like the black Simonian that Koichiro had. Yeah, I think it is just blood on his face. It's just like, let's be a family again. Kind of like a bloody Crimson Devil right then and there, which does actually fit Momo's character here. But yeah, I've seen the memes that are going around on Twitter about Momo being Eren. Before we see Momo starting to disappear, and he's like, "This is goodbye for now, but don't be sad. We'll meet again soon." Yeah, how soon, Momo? Like, just how soon? Because let's face it, I don't see the Yozakura family being at a level where they can actually take Momo down at this rate. I feel like they've got to do some intense training still to get up to his level in order to be a match for him, because I still feel he's still has some tricks up his sleeve that are gonna not rival that the Yozakura siblings are not even going to be able to anticipate. And because of the fact that he's their father, he knows them. It's kind of like with the whole Isabella thing in Promised Neverland. Like, yeah, Ray, Emma, and Norma may have been a little bit more intelligent than Isabella, but she was their mother and knew how to exploit their weaknesses and use them to her advantage. I feel like this is the same thing with Momo. Like, he knows his kids, even though he's not been around them for many years. He kind of knows like what their weaknesses is, how to explain, how to take advantage of a situation when it comes to being in direct confrontation with them. Like right now, as they said, as Koichiro says, "File Beast, meet again soon." I think not. So yeah, I get. So yeah. And he says, we're ending this here and now. So yeah, again, know you got a great feeling when even the guy who's obsessed with his sister and has psychologically, mentally scarred her as well, and plenty of other characters, like the guy who mentally scarred Ai doing the spy training. You know you got a great feeling when even that guy is calling you a file beast for what you have done. So as the Yozakura siblings prepare to attack, we see Tayo just completely drop and passes out for a moment. Well, doesn't pass out, but he more like struggles to catch his breath, and they're like, "Tayo, what's wrong here?" As Momo explains that the poison in Subumi's blossom is deadly. He spent all his strength to neutralize it, so it would be a miracle if he didn't collapse. So basically, he's collapsing from the exhaustion of getting rid of the poison that was in Koichiro, and he will recover soon enough. But for now, relax and basically see Momo off as he does like and he starts to disappear in the flowers. But all the Yozakura siblings are like, yeah, not a chance of that happening, and they go to try and attack him, creating this massive geyser of an explosion. But of course, because Momo was the big bad at this point, like Momo at this point has situated itself as the main villain of the series for now, depending on if Kai or if Ri actually does turn out to be the main villains. But of course, him being that, he actually is able to get away, and people were disappointed by that he got away. But come on, you really thought Momo was going to be taken out right here, right now? Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance at this point. Well, it might have been a chance if the series was ending, but the series isn't ending, guys, because they need their big series still to survive, because they've pretty much got like about half the Juggernauts ending soon. But anyway. They were like, "Oh, we were too slow in the hair to get them." But Mutsumi is more concerned for Tayo, obviously. But he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine at this moment. I just felt a little bit tired, but I'm fine now." More importantly, Futaba, what about your arm? And she's like, "Yeah, it's already healed." But Nana is like, "Yeah, no, your arm is not healed." Which, thank God, Nana brought that up. Yeah, because it would have been like a bit like, yeah, that would have been a little bit too OP if Futaba was able to recover from an arm breaking. So I'm glad that Nana brought that up. Like, yeah, it is not better. Your arm needs time to recover. And Tayo thinks back on, like, oh, so that was like what Momo Yozakura was capable of, because he says so that was Momo Yozakura. Now, he has met him before a couple of times, but he's never truly got a grasp of who Momo actually is, and now he has actually got a grasp of who he is. Like, he's going to be one of the big bads that Tayo is going to have to be taken down now. As Koichiro says, the heads are gone and Tsubumi is weakened. He is now free, basically free to do whatever he wants. Now, the thing with the heads, yeah, like I said, I feel like this might actually be the case. Like, if Ri does get revived and she takes Subumi's place, then the heads can revive, including Tsubumi herself, so that we can actually see what she is capable of doing without actually the restraints of being the head who's controlling everyone. And like I said, might get more similar. Might get the aunts and uncles as well when Ri is actually survived. Might get to see her generation. That's my theory. As Frutaba's like, oh yeah, we have to prepare ourselves for what's to come. Otherwise, this twisted concept of love will once again destroy the Yozakura family. And that's where the chapter ends, with Momo's looming shadow over the family. So, what a fantastic end to this arc! Like, we now know what the setup is for further down the line. For them, actually, yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of training. We're gonna have to do a lot of preparing before we're actually ready to take on Momo, because, like I said, at this rate, they are nowhere close. Like, Tayo especially, nowhere near close. Because, do you guys remember what happened when he first met Momo? Touched him, just a geyser of blood came out of him, and he was out of it until Mutsumi gave her his blood, which was all part of Momo's plan in the first place, which makes me believe that Momo still was involved in Tayo's family actually dying Tayo's real family dying in the first place, so that he could get Tayo close to Mutsumi, so that they could both get married, and then that would give Mutsumi someone to give the blood to, so that all of this crazy plan, this was like at Aiza level, exactly as planned with Momo. So yeah, now in terms of what's going to happen next, like I said, I feel like we're going to get some wind down chapters, because I feel like after these two chapters we do need some slice of life, some like happy chapters to level this darkness out. So yeah, let's hope we get more of Ayaka or Ai in the next couple of chapters, get some interactions with them, and maybe get some perspectives on Mutsumi's grandmother, because remember, she's ahead of the Yozakura family as well, so we might get a perspective of like why Tsubumi and Momo haven't gone after her and Ban. Like, we might get them back in the story to do some training as well, and maybe get some more exposition of like some more extended members of the Yozakura family, or what the main threat could be out there. Like, that's beyond maybe possibly Ri, Kai, if Kai is a threat, and Momo. But those are things that we're just gonna have to wait and see on. But anyway, guys, what did you think of these chapters? What did you think of this chapter? Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.